Good morning. This is day 29 of our 30-day challenge. And today's message is going to be really more about encouragement and motivation for everyone who has made it to day 29. If you really put in the effort into becoming that person, I want to encourage you. I want to share with you that you're not alone. And I know that this challenge was really a challenge for a lot of us. For me, it was a challenge. For me, it's a challenge every day. I think there's an unspoken weight that leaders carry. If you're a leader in any capacity, if you're a leader of your family, leader of your household, leader of your business, and it doesn't have to be a leader of people. You can be a leader of processes. You can be a one-man or one-woman show, but you're leading something. And there's a weight that we carry. And yesterday was a reminder of that weight for me, because so often it's easy to talk about these things, but until we get tested, we don't really know what we're made of. And so those tests are there to reveal. And I think one of the greatest lies that we believe is that as leaders, we don't feel any pressure once we become strong, that it's easy. And that's not true. It's not easy. It's never been easy. There are things that are simple, but I'll be honest and tell you, just about every single day, it's a challenge just to wake up. There used to be a time where I woke up excited. But there's a lot of days in the last 30 days, 2 months, that I wake up and I'm not excited. I'm not looking forward to the day. But I've gotten to a point where I don't trust my emotions. I'm tired. I want to hit the snooze button and go back to bed. Stressed out and exhausted, quite frankly. But real leadership is not the absence of stress, of fear. Real leadership is a decision to move forward, even while you carry those burdens. And yesterday reminded me of that, because I woke up tired and there was some unexpected news, financial stress. And even at the house, there was some family logistics that became stressful for me. And the future felt bigger than my present reality at that time. But I couldn't shrink. I had no choice but to still lead. And that's the part that most people don't see. It's the part that gets overlooked. Because sometimes leadership looks less like confidence and more like choosing not to collapse emotionally when life gives you reasons that you should. And I think we assume that leaders operate from some superhuman level where we don't have any doubt or fears, but that's not true. We all go through the same pressure that everybody else feels, but the difference is we learn how to carry it without panic or without transferring that fear to everybody around me. And I think that's what we do as kingdom builders. That's the maturity. That's the growth. Identity alignment. And that's why this is tied to this day 29. Your emotions are real. Your circumstances are real, but they don't have to control you. They are not always instructions on how to behave. You can feel uncertainty. I felt uncertain yesterday, but I still had to move with faith. I felt tired, but I still had to stay disciplined. I felt pressure, but I still couldn't panic. I still had to remain grounded. And as challenging as it was, I even felt fear, but I couldn't abandon who I was, my identity. And this challenge was never about becoming some stoic or emotionless person. It was about stability, becoming somebody who could be unperturbable, who could weather any storm. Because peace is not about being still when everything else is still. Peace is about being still and calm when there's chaos around you. Anybody can feel powerful when everything is good. But the transformation happens when everything around you is falling apart and your internal does not match your external reality. The internal vision of who you say you want to be, who you know you can be, does not match your external reality, and you remain calm. And that's how we give birth to our future self. And there's another hidden layer that I think a lot of people miss. And we talked about this in previous days, and it's this pressure, these circumstances, that reveals what you really worship, not what you say you worship. When the money comes tight, do you worship fear or faith? When the plans change, do you worship control or trust? When people depend on you, do you collapse or do you become anchored? And I discover just about every day that the goals that I say that I want, maybe I'm not ready for them right now. Maybe I have to do more developing. And many of us discover that the goal is not really to eliminate pressure. That's not the goal. The goal is to become someone who can carry pressure without losing peace, without losing clarity, without losing direction. This stuff is heavy. It's all heavy. Leadership is heavy. Fatherhood is heavy. Motherhood is heavy. Brotherhood is heavy. Business is heavy. Purpose is heavy. Being a child of God is heavy. But so is regret. So is wasted time. So is wasted potential. So is living beneath who you were called to become. And just like we said the other day, you got to choose your difficult, choose your heavy. So who have you become, day 29? And who do you become when the pressure shows up? Have you built the self-trust so that you trust yourself? What situations are causing you to walk away or run from that identity? Do you only feel the sense of power when things are good? And what would it look like in your life to remain grounded? There's people in our group who they remain the same no matter what. No emotional reactions to temporary circumstances. They respond from their deeper identity. So today, it's not about pretending that we are perfect or we have it all together. It's about learning how to remain centered while life is still unfolding, while life is giving you lemons, how to make those lemonades. And maybe the strength is not really becoming untouchable, but maybe the strength is just staying open, staying disciplined, staying faithful. Another thing I'm learning is how to allow, to detach. Some of the biggest opportunities that I've gotten in my life were things that I couldn't have worked for, things that I couldn't have strived for. Doors were open that I couldn't have opened on my own. And so when I understood this, I realized it's not my effort alone. Some of these things are divine orchestration. So today, as we start our day, let's think about these things. I wish you guys the best. You're not alone in this journey. This 30 days is only the beginning. We got a lifetime together. And as a community, diamond sharpens iron. We help one another, and we're going to grow together. Have a great day.